Update 1.12.1 is now live on all servers, and which seemed to be one of the least important updates in the near future turned out to be actually very important, mainly to do with the matchmaking improvements. It is very key update for the future of the game, for a new player's experience, just to get new players into this game, right guys? On the top of that, let's talk about Kampfpanzer 07RH, let's talk about some minor changes to the Runeberg map, to the small city area. Then AltProto Amx 30 full characteristics were released, some more pictures as well, and Skoda D56's third iteration. This is the double shot autoloader Czech heavy premium tank, which is going to be over here, I guess, fairly soon. But now let's dive into update 1.12.1, which is over here. So the main thing what was introduced until now, until a couple days ago with this update, was this. Now you can select the default state of hull lock in sniper mode or for tank destroyers and other tanks with limited turret or controverse angles, such as K91, Gorilla 15, you know, tanks which can turn their turret, can turn their gun system, but not fully 360 degrees. And also what they do not mention over here is they fixed the horizontal stabilization for those vehicles as well. You know, one of the main settings what you have to click on, or you have to activate from the settings, basically while you're in the sniper mode and you move your hull, your aim stays still, not it doesn't move together with the hull basically. And they fixed it for all the non-fully rotatable turrets as well. And until now it was actually the main feature, you know, together with some many bug fixes as well. But 2 days ago they released information about matchmaking improvements novice queue. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually very key for new players, because the amount of seal clubbers we actually have in lower tiers who are playing with completely broken overpowered tanks like Lethe artillery, you know, like Panzer J, like the Mini Mouse or HU-76I, or you know, many other super seal clubby, very bad for the health of the new player base. Tanks, Panzer J, like this is the stupidest invention ever for tier 3 tank, which you cannot simply penetrate, and you know, you cannot simply get as well. You have to pay 100 euros basically to get Panzer J. Anyway, what they did, we have improved the matchmaker to make it easier for novices to grasp the basics of World of Tanks and adapt to the game. The matchmaker will create a separate queue for novices in low tier 1 to 5, very beautiful matches, so that they can improve in more comfortable and less competitive battles. The matchmaker will aim to create battles only with novices on both teams, but if there are not enough players to create 2 full and equal teams, the matchmaker will try to assemble a random battle by adding regular players to it. So if you're a regular player, sadly, let's say if you are playing with Panzer J, you still have a chance to get into it. Hopefully they actually rework some vehicles as well to have special matchmaking that some tanks simply are not able to go into the same battle with novice players. This is what I would do actually. So by adding regular players, or rarely when there is low population on the server during early late hours, or overall on low populated servers, AI controlled vehicles, so basically bots, are going to be added up to tier 5 as well. You will instantly be able to distinguish all AI players by an AI vehicle icon, this icon on the next to the name, I guess. Their presence in battle will be completely transparent, and they will only be added in novice battles involving vehicles between tier 1 to tier 5. Now, I'm going to leave the link into this article into the description as well, but you can see more information over here. Basically, you are considered a novice if you haven't played a single battle in researchable tier 7 or higher vehicles in any game mode. If you show decent performance in battles with novices, we will assign you the status of regular player. If you purchase a tier 7 to tier 8 vehicle but continue to fight in low tier 1 to tier 5 battles, you will still be considered a novice. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a new player, don't play with tier 7 or tier 8. Don't buy yourself tier 8 premium tank as your first vehicle and don't jump into it. Actually, don't do, because gameplay is completely different. Just learn, gradually learn, battle after battle after battle, and see what is happening, you know, learn the game, just step by step, because World of Tanks is actually very easy game to get into, but extremely hard game to master, if you know what I mean. Like, we have so many maps, so many positions, so many tanks, so many weak spots, so many angles, so many things to digest, actually, so many crazy vehicles, you know, what you need to learn. And AI battles at lower tiers, so of course their priority is to make sure that novices play against other fellow novices, but as they said, if there are simply not enough players, they take regular players. Hopefully they limit the vehicles as well, as I said before, and then AIs as well, depends on the day, and their goal is to make win-win for both novices and regular players. They will help us maintain the fair and competitive spirit of the game and reduce the difficulty curve to make it easier for novices to grasp the basics of World of Tanks and motivate them to play and win. Match more experienced commanders with skilled opponents so they can continue to challenge and improve their abilities. Decrease the queue time for all the players, especially on low populated servers. So this is actually super key and very welcoming change, because game's health, overall game's health, like, is it going to survive, is it going to evolve, is it still going to make money, depends if new players are coming in. They have to dab into the low tiers, they have to make new players experience absolutely crazy, fantastic, so new players actually want to play more, actually want to continue growing, actually want to go higher and higher in tiers, and if players are happy, like, I don't understand how they don't think about that, or maybe they do, but they have more information, frustration marketing or whatever. Like, happy players are the players who spend money in games. At least this goes to me. This goes for me. If I'm happy with the game, I'm ready, I'm willing to support that with my money. And if new players are happy, they are able to support it with money as well. And the game grows and grows bigger, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. It felt like very interesting and important topic to talk about. On the top of that, they released kind of a roadmap for the upcoming events. As you can see, tournaments, watch the best of the best, fight it out in competitive events. Steel Hunter, where I am going to be participating as well. Brawl 7 vs 7 and Clan Rivals are coming to your screen soon. Steel Hunter, Tank Brawl is back. Spring Challenge, ladies and gentlemen, hunt down a brand new premium vehicle in the spring upcoming challenge. This means yet another marathon, ladies and gentlemen, and I have my theories which tank it might be. More about that in a second. Update 1.13, stay tuned for the latest World of Tanks update coming your way. Can't wait. Maybe a Skoda D56 is going to be released in 1.13. We'll see. Next up, let's talk about changes in vehicles on release 1.12.1. Thanks to Vortex Press, thank you very much for that. Kampfpanzer 07RH received its final changes, basically. This tank is completely ready for release, says Vought Express as well. The tags of the tanks are removed, secret and tested tank, and it has been set a gold price 8,200 gold, ladies and gentlemen. What are they going to do with this vehicle? It received, by the way, some DPM upgrades as well. Right now, I believe it has 2,500 stock DPM, so this is going to be very interesting tank with high DPM. And just look at it, like it has a fixed turret, which has turret cover, which has a turret inside it, which is moving up and down. Very interesting tank, and I'm actually looking forward to it. Mobility was nice, DPM was nice. You know, it is one of those fast-firing, low alpha damage guns, but 2,500 DPM is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. But now, coming back to this for a second, Spring Challenge. Hunt down a brand new premium vehicle in this spring upcoming challenge, and them saying this vehicle is now fully ready, and you know, it is ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Is this our next spring challenge? Is this our next free tank? Or is it going to be another tank I'm going to mention in today's video? We'll see. But next up, moving on, let's talk about minor changes to the Runeberg small city area. Let's play the video and you will see what I mean exactly. Once again, shout out to the Watt Express. So they're going to fix some houses. This is actually quite a key thing, what they do over here, blocking this passage over here. I was able to get so many sexy, beautiful snipes from here, and they are actually going to take it away. I wonder why. And this area as well will be fixed. Okay, so only one passage. I don't know if that needed it, but hey, I'm willing to test it out. So basically, campers have a lot better vision, like campers up here have a lot better vision, right over here. Well, let's see how it plays out, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on, next up, let's talk about AltProto Amx 30, full characteristics. Shout out to the dailybones.net blog, by the way, and I believe you haven't seen the pictures before as well. This is actually like completely first prototype model, but you can see the frontal slope, ladies and gentlemen, and this tank has minus 11 degrees of gun depression as well. So if you get that to any kind of reach line, it seems to be super easy to hide the lower plate actually. This hull is going to be extremely trolly, and many vehicles are simply going to auto-aim, are going to snap that hull and are going to bounce off many shots. It is like the Progetto-ish hull, and it seems to be even more sloped actually. So this vehicle, I'm actually quite intrigued about that, mainly because of the hull. Turret seems to be another weak spot, but we don't know how good, how strong the gun mantle is going to be, but his slope is literally ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. So full characteristics, we didn't know soft stats before. Dispersion on movement 0.18, tank traverse 18, turret traverse 20. Those are actually not extremely impressive. Hard terrain resistance numbers, medium and soft terrain resistance numbers also, you know, on the average, medium is actually quite good. Hard terrain, I have seen better, but it is not bad. Soft terrain seems to be quite average as well. And you know, when I made my first preview episode about this vehicle roughly 5-6 days ago, it was actually, I said it was actually ticking all the upcoming marathon boxes, but looking at this vehicle right now, that doesn't even have HD quality HD model ready yet, now I'm not super sure. It still does tick all the boxes for the spring challenge, but you know, I am not actually super sure about that anymore, simply because of the model and how low quality it still is. But I ain't gonna lie, the accuracy and all those things, those seem to tick some boxes, indeed. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, AltProto. Moving on, let's talk about Skoda D56's third iteration. This is the two-shot autoloader, which, like, I think 5 days ago received its second iteration with buffs, where the reload time between shells was switched from 4 seconds down to 3 seconds, and now they made it longer again, up to 3.5 seconds, because seems like it turned out to be too good. And thanks to that, of course, rate of fire changes. Less rounds per minute, slightly, DPM slightly worse, but roughly the same, let's just say roughly the same. 2000 DPM. Aiming time was increased actually from 2.78 up to 2.88, and accuracy was also increased from 0.38 up to 0.40. Okay, so they are going back and forth with this, I believe. I think maybe they come back once again. We'll see, I don't know. And as you can see, they have already, as I said, like day one, when they said, we are still on the fence, are we going to add the single shot gun to this premium tank, or the double shot autoloader gun to this premium tank? You know, they are still discussing it. Well, I called it day one bullshit. They have already figured out, they have already made up their mind. All the changes are with the double shot autoloader as well. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me. I really do hope you enjoyed today's episode. We have a lot to digest right now. You know, marathon potential, marathon vehicles. I believe the Kampfpanzer actually, now that when it is in the game as well, that might be the biggest candidate for that. Improved matchmaking, new update, ranked battles rewards, go blame them as well. And yeah, I catch you next time with something else. Stay tuned. Next one may be the big one. Hit the subscribe button button, like button, all those things are for free. I catch you next time, bye bye.